All right. Welcome back to the Twisted Takes podcast here with our Super Bowl special. The week has come. We got through Pro Bowl week with no football, but we are back. It is currently one day away from the big game. I don't know if we'll get sued for saying the Super Bowl. Roger Goodell, hope he doesn't find us. Um, but for this episode, we're just going to go over some of our favorite picks, our real picks from the game, and also some of our fun prop bets that we found across all of the different sports books out there that we may sprinkle some coin on. So as per usual, I am here, Ryan, Michael,
Howdy,
Dante,
viewers.
Dante,
Go Nick Taylor, everyone. Need him to win this tournament.
and Peyton.
What's cooking good looking?
All right. So I think we should get started first with just our overall, which I think we might be on the same page. I'm still 50-50 on who we like to straight up win this game. Because we haven't really talked about it in our past podcasts. I think the current line is still like 1.5 for the Niners
It's
with the Chiefs at plus 105. I don't know what the money line minus is for
Chiefs
San
are
Francisco.
actually plus 100.
They're at plus 100 now?
Yep, 49ers minus 120.
Wow. Okay. Well, Pim, which one do you like there?
Dude, Chiefs. I might take an alternate line like Chiefs minus 2.5.
Hmm. I mean, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the Chiefs as well, and you're not going to find me betting against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
Yeah, minus 2.5 is plus 125, and plus one is actually the same odds as them to win. They're both plus 100. So
There's some math behind that.
yeah.
I guess there's got to be something, right? Yeah, I'm on the Chiefs. I saw something. This game is something's got to give. I think the Chiefs are. I think Mahomes is undefeated against the spread when underdogs on the road, and something like that. They were 9-0-1, and I think San Francisco is 9-0 against the spread when they follow up a West Coast game with another West Coast game. So, but I like Chiefs.
Um, I
Also,
think I said, oh,
I'm
I
just going to say on the subject of something has to give. That guy that's missed the Super Bowl predictions 15 times in a row
mhm.
picked the Chiefs. So
Something's
but
got to.
also, but also the guy on NFL Network who has picked the correct like winner the past 5 years also picked the Chiefs.
oh wow, so someone's streak is coming to an end.
Yeah. I think I said I couldn't bet against Mahomes ever again, but my Jerry Rice shoes spoke to me. I will be wearing them tomorrow, and these are worth $500. I didn't even know that. Um, so I think that's
So
how much I should
Flexing on
put.
the podcast is not a good
So I
look.
think that's how much I should put on the Niners. No, I will be going with the Niners. I think what I'll do to protect that, I already have the Travis Kelce MVP. I might sprinkle a little on Patrick Mahomes MVP. So just in case, I don't really know anyone else that could win MVP on the Chiefs, unless like we know like defensive master class from one player.
Or Pacheco had like
Pacheco
3
going,
touchdowns.
Rasheed Rice going, like, but those are like that's really hard to win it over Kelsey or Mahomes would be crazy. So I'll probably be doing that because me and Dante, thank you, Dante, for your pick. We snagged Travis Kelsey at like plus 1750. He's now down to 1100 to win
Oh yeah,
MVP. So we got
it
really good
feels
odds
like
on
a mortal lock.
that. We should investigate if there's any diamond stores nearby that he has visited, to see if he does have an engagement ring on him. Uh, maybe that's what the sports books got on, and they're like, oh, he's buying a ring, he's buying a ring. Um, so
I think
yes,
if he
I will
did that,
probably.
he'd move to minus.
So I'll probably well, even if he wins the game, I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs would go minus. Maybe not as MVP odds.
Are there betting odds if Patrick Mahomes Sr. will be at the game?
I didn't see those. I didn't see those
Dude,
on my
these
phone.
dude, these reporters, I don't know if you saw those clips from like media day. Like they are just like one stupid. I hate a lot of media reporters because I don't think they're smart, nor do they know the sports. But they asked like Patrick Mahomes, like it's like obviously I guess you have to ask the question, but not on Super Bowl day. Like, how do you feel about your dad getting a deal DUI? He's like, well, I have the Super Bowl, so Like,
Yeah.
bro, like I saw another reporter. They literally asked Andy Reid, "What do you feel about the right-wing conspiracies that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are working for Democrats to help get Joe Biden reelected at the end of the Super Bowl?" And Andy Reid's like,
What
um, same answer. He's like, I have a Super Bowl to win. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
the
I
Twitter's
can't say
around
I've
him.
heard that one before.
I mean,
That's an interesting one. Twitter's a fun place.
Goofy.
all right. So yes, I'll be going with the San Francisco 49ers. I kind of like because I think the over-under line's at 47.5. I'm teetering with that. I kind of like points, so I think it's life's too short to bet the under. So I probably will be going with the over there. Um,
Do you
but it's
guys
hard to think.
do you guys want to just go like 1-1-1-1 and then just rotate through and go through all of our prop bets? I have um 17 that I like.
I have 1, 2,
17.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that many.
I mean,
Me and Mike will just go band for band out here.
Yeah, band for band on prop bets. Okay, well let's do that, and then I guess
So we'll start with you, Michael, and then we'll go to me.
Okay, all right. So my first prop bet that I like is Taylor Swift to be wearing an outfit made by Kyle Juszczyk's wife is plus 600, and I really like those odds.
but
I
they're playing against Kyle Juszczyk.
That is true.
It's a good point,
That would be
but
that'd be sacrilegious, no?
also simply, I'm pretty sure, or I don't know if she shows them off beforehand if she makes them because I remember seeing her TikToks of her like making the outfits, but I don't know if she
Oh, that's
posts
a
them
good point.
before the people wear them.
Sportsbook's
I'm
got
thinking
to
she's
and
gonna
said, do
go,
not post it.
yeah, but also like no shade towards Juicetics like designs, but they're more like jackety. Like that's all they are. I think like Taylor Swift's gonna go like all out elegant for the Super Bowl here. Like, is she really gonna wear a puffer jacket in Las Vegas? Like that's really what all that she makes is like these jersey jackets and
Yeah.
vests.
well, but she's worn them before too, though.
Well, yeah, but in the cold.
Yeah, but it's
We're in Las Vegas,
Kansas
Nevada.
City.
Well, I'm sure she makes some warm ones too. I mean, her husband plays in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It gets
I know
pretty
she's
cold.
made pants before. She's made
San
pants
Francisco.
before.
So, but Michael, so was it any part of the outfit or was it only the top?
It just says outfit. Just says outfit.
Okay.
She does
But
make pants.
I like the odds on it, I guess I
Mhm.
should say. For like 6-1 odds, like that she shows up wearing like I would assume it's gonna be a top counts. Like that's it. Like if she's
Mhm.
wearing jeans and like the puffer vest, whatever, like I bet that counts.
Yeah. All right. A lot of mine came from FanDuel. This was my favorite one. So it's called the Triple Crown that they have. So the correct passing leader, receiving leader, and rushing leader. The best odds one, so the one with the lowest odds, is Mahomes, Kelsey, McCaffrey at plus 710. So I really like that one. You can also add the fourth leg being the winner, which I forget what they called it, but you can add the fourth leg. If you have San Francisco to win with that, it's plus 1100. If you have Kansas City to win with that, plus 1900.
Wow. Why the big jump there? That's crazy.
Well, because it's a plus, it's another, but yeah, it's another.
I guess they
now it's
think
only plus 100.
they think if the 49ers are going to be winning, Mahomes is going to be throwing the ball to Kelsey a lot and McCaffrey's going to be running the ball a lot.
I guess so, yeah.
If the 49ers
makes
have the lead.
But that is my favorite one that I found for the Triple Crown.
All right,
Tail.
I'm gonna. Oh, Peyton, you want to go?
I said you go next.
Oh, okay. So I'm actually gonna go a little different here. I'm gonna start with my least favorite one because I think the odds on this are crazy. How many rushing touchdowns has Mahomes and Brock Purdy? How many rushing touchdowns do they even have this year? It's plus 180 for one of them to get a rushing touchdown. I hate those odds. I would need to get at least plus 300 for that. I would never sniff that bet. I just can't picture either of them getting a rushing touchdown. They don't do neither of them do sneaks on the 1 yard line because they have angry runners. Like they would have to get probably 5+ yard touchdown runs, and I just don't see that happening on these defenses.
Mahomes did it though
I
the last time they played the 49ers in the Super Bowl. The
Yeah.
first score of that game was a Mahomes touchdown.
That is true, but I don't know. I'm trying to envision one of those happening, and I can't see it. Plus 180 for that. Yeah, I'm not. I wish there was a no for like minus 250. I would put like $100 on that.
Yeah, I know, because I know Purdy at least has one. He might have two. But Patrick Mahomes has definitely lessened his rushing touchdowns
Yeah.
over the past few years. Like I don't even think he has 5 this year. Because he's just been slinging it at the goal line, or Pacheco's been running it in.
All right, my
He's so angry.
my first prop bet, I'm actually going to go with the length of the national anthem. It's listed at 90.5 seconds. The over has hit this line the last 3 years, but the person who's doing it has had a couple of famous national anthems. That included a 78-second version at the National Finals Rodeo, 66-second performance at the World Series, an 83-second performance at another World Series, and 90 seconds at a Cowboys game in 1999. So give me the under 90.5 seconds.
Who's singing it?
It is Reba McEntire.
Oh, Reba McEntire. Yeah, okay. I saw a prop bet on my sports book that was like, will she show cleavage during the national anthem, which I thought was insanity.
She's got to be fairly old.
She is, but she's got like a lot of plot. She's like Dolly Parton. Like she's like the poor man's Dolly Parton.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I cut down some of mine, Ryan, so that we can kind of end at the same time. But my next one that I like is the odds aren't great on it. It's minus 400. And it's another Taylor Swift one. Taylor Swift to be shown live after Chiefs' first touchdown.
Oh,
I think the only way that doesn't happen is with a defensive touchdown. And even then, I think there's a chance.
Or if the Chiefs don't score a touchdown.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me note that down.
Yeah, with how Swiss cheese the Niners defense has been so far.
Yeah, so minus 400, I like the odds on that. I mean,
yeah. My next one, I already placed that on Hard Rock, but we all know, sorry, Dante, I'm throwing shade at Hard Rock again. The odds are horrible. So I got it at plus 3,000 on Hard Rock. Might do a little bit more at plus 3,500 on FanDuel. It's a non-quarterback TD. I like Andy Reid to cook something up. I like Debo to try to run to the side, cook something up, have to chuck it. I think both these head coaches are going to get crafty this game.
Kelsey's scored a touchdown or two in his career too.
Mm-hmm. So I like that at plus 3,500. An easier one to take is I don't know the exact odds. I think it's like plus 120 is over 2.5 passers. You just need another person to pass the ball, like other than Mahomes and
Andy Reid
Purdy.
the coach in Philly for the Philly special?
No, that was Doug Peterson.
That was Dougie.
Wait, Ryan, say that one more time. So anyone
I might be wrong. Now I'm thinking about it. I thought it was plus 120 for over 2.5 passers. So like people to pass the ball in the game. So you already have one with Mahomes. You already have one with Purdy. So you just need one. You just need one. Or an injury. Yeah. You just need one more. It might be minus like low, but it's near even.
Yeah.
Because that could be anywhere. Like I don't even know if it has to be
that happened in a game this season.
I mean, I feel like a lot. Like
yeah,
we have so many wide receivers now throwing passes.
Those odds don't feel good for that though, to be completely honest. I mean, I know it's the Super Bowl, but the odds for that, like you're telling me that there's a better chance that a non-quarterback throws the ball than.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I mean the odds are weird. I like the idea, but the odds are
I do
weird.
too. Yeah, we could check on that line too, because.
All right, Dante, what's your next one?
Okay, something that I really like. I'm gonna stick with the Kelsey line. Kelsey to score 2 touchdowns is plus 600. I really like his odds to get more than one. It just feels. I'm not a huge scripted or the league is rigged person, but something about this just says Kelsey's going to go absolutely crazy in this game, and even if he doesn't, he's going to get in the end zone so they can show Taylor Swift on camera as many times as possible. Not that they wouldn't do it anyway, but it gives them more of a reason to. So I like that at plus 600.
So Dante, with my next one, you should try to parlay this with your Travis Kelce MVP, because there's odds asking if the Super Bowl MVP will mention Taylor Swift in their speech. It's plus 750. Yes. So if Travis Kelce wins, I'm sure he's going to talk about Taylor at least once.
Yeah, I wonder what that includes, because I'm sure whoever the Commissioner Goodell or someone might bring it up too and try to entice an answer that has to do with it.
I think it's only if Kelsey says it.
Yeah, it's a whopping 93% of bettors, it says, for this prop have put money on yes. Clearly a correlation to the fact that Kelce is the most heavily bet on player to win Super Bowl MVP.
He's not.
What is it? Plus what?
It's plus 750.
I mean, dude, even if he doesn't win Super Bowl MVP, you're talking. I think it only would include the immediate trophy hoisting, while they're on the stage. I don't think it would include post-game interviews or whatever. But
yeah,
you're telling me there's no way he points up to her or says something
Well, thing is, he'll say the big three. Shout out Donna, shout out Jason, shout out Taylor.
The big three. I like that. I like that. All right. I'm gonna stick with the Taylor Swift theme here. Anthem Specials on my book has Taylor Swift being seen during the national anthem at plus 185.
That's free. That is free.
That feels so free.
That's good.
You're telling me they're gonna rotate through 90 seconds of fucking airtime and not show her a single time? They can hardly go 90 seconds without talking about her on the fucking Instagram.
All right, my next one is both teams to have a second half lead at plus 134. I like this game to be close. Kansas City came back last time. They tend to come back. So I really like the lead to switch at some point. I assume if it gets tied, it doesn't count. It has to be a lead by at least 1 point. But I think plus odds on that plus 134 is pretty good.
Yeah. I like that. I think again with how close the odds are for this game, or with how close the spread is, I think that would implicate a back and forth game. So I like that one. All right, I'm gonna go with my first kind of weird one. It's not weird. A lot of people bet this, the Gatorade color. No one ever bets clear. Nobody ever bets clear Gatorade, and I think one day that curveball is going to be thrown at us, and I like it this game. I like clear.
What is clear Gatorade?
Yeah. What's clear Gatorade? I mean,
the white. It's clear / water / white. Like the.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what flavor it is, but you've never seen the clear. Yeah, the Glacier Freeze. I'm not sure if that qualifies. I think it does.
The only ever Gatorade is G2, and those dudes are not drinking G2.
But also, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what they're drinking, because I saw a clip of the one from last year when it was purple. They mixed it at the end of the game. They made the Gatorade that they dumped in the last 5 seconds, which I thought was stupid. I don't even touch those anymore because they just poured a bag of Gatorade
because of the betting. They don't want people to public knowledge.
But
true. So
I feel what, they just pick a random bag then? So should I just they have every flavor, and the athletic trainers just blindly, okay, here it is.
But if you put $10 on every color at the plus odds, you're gonna probably. I mean, I guess it would depend on which
purple. Yeah, so purple's the favorite at plus 225, which I think is interesting. I've seen a lot of people going with orange. I think that's interesting. I like yellow. I don't know so I'm reading this here. The winning color has been clear 4 times since 2001.
It's due.
Which is it's pretty that's interesting. I really didn't think it'd even be that much.
that could be an ad scheme because like some of us we didn't know what the clear flavor was, so maybe they'll see clear Gatorade and be like, what flavor is that? They'll go buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one picks it. So if you want to go with the one, if they really make it at the last second, and they probably do, whichever one gives them the most profit because they make it at the last second,
Mhm.
I don't think too many people are touching clear.
Okay, for my next one, I think it was like Bovada or some online like overseas book had it. Jason Kelsey under one shirt for some portion of the second half. I mean, it happened literally 2 games ago. He was doing it in Buffalo. I mean, it's going to be a lot warmer in Las Vegas. You know,
That's
who's
crazy.
not up there shirtless, banging beers together and
Yeah,
I
is he gonna be?
agree. I agree, but I think the novelty of him being shirtless was the fact that it was in Buffalo and it was like
sure.
0 degrees outside.
Well, I don't care. I don't care if it's the novelty, but like
Is he gonna be any more sober at the Super Bowl? No.
That's a fair point. There might be shirts coming off.
Yeah, that I give that shirt under 10 minutes from kickoff.
Yeah, no, I like it. Tarps off.
All right. My next one is gonna be how many Elvis costumes are shown live at the Super Bowl? I like the under two costumes shown at minus 120. I think the Elvis gimmick has run its course. I think that it's not something people want to see anymore. So I don't think they really give a shit. So
Mhm.
taking the under.
Yeah. Also, well, I guess because people that go to like, because I'm thinking the Vegas Golden Knights game, and you always see it there. But they're also like, who's going to Vegas? And they're like, oh, let me bring an Elvis like costume.
But I
I
also
feel like
think
the
like
Super Bowl is a different crowd than.
it has to be, so the rules for it is it has to be live. So if there's like a graphic or
Mhm.
like a cut scene or something like that where they show someone on the streets wearing it, like that doesn't count. Like it has to be like live.
In the game.
Yeah. And
Okay.
like my thought here is people have to pay so much money to get into the Super Bowl now. Like, are these people paying like I feel like that's something like some like guy at like a fucking regular season game that doesn't mean shit would do. Like, I don't know. I like the under. That's all
like
I'm saying.
Marlins, man.
Yeah, like Marlins, man.
Yeah.
Although he might be at the
Um,
Super Bowl.
all right. Michael, I think you'll like this one. We've bet this a few times on college football games. So I found it for the Super Bowl. There not to be three unanswered scores by a team plus 142. So for a team to not score three times in a row is
I
plus
really like
142.
that. Where's that?
FanDuel. These are all FanDuel.
FanDuel? Does FanDuel have the Taylor Swift national
I didn't
anthem?
see anything for Taylor Swift on FanDuel. I looked only at like football stuff. Yeah. So I really like that. For a team to have to score three times in a row,
Yeah.
um,
That's
like
really
that'd be
not that hard though. You score right before half and you get the ball after half.
yeah. I mean that's
Well,
where you
that
have
has
to
to line
win.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first of all, that has to line up, and then you also have to have either the score before or after that.
Mm.
You have to have them both, probably. Yeah.
No, no, no. I
I
mean,
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
do like
so
that
my
though.
my next one's gonna be a little 2-for-1 special. I think most of us have probably seen the stat on Chiefs second half unders. They've been going crazy this year. I'm not sure what
Mhm.
the exact record is, but I know it's like an insane hit rate. Like it hits almost every game. I like lowest scoring quarter. Fourth quarter is the second worst odds. So it's plus 550. The only one that's higher is the second quarter is plus 650. I like the odds on that. I know the first quarter is the favorite at plus 185, and that makes sense. But in the fourth quarter, you might have a team running it out and another team that's not going to kick field goals. They're only going to go and maybe try to score a touchdown. And I'm hoping that that's the case because if that is the case, I could see there being maybe no points in the fourth quarter if everything goes right. I mean, I feel like that's the best odds on here, and especially if you combine that with the Chiefs second half unders. I like the fourth quarter at plus 550 to be low scoring.
I don't
Um,
hate the odds on that. I like that.
my next one George Kittle to have 110 plus receiving yards,
Ooh.
plus 880.
That's
Ooh.
high. That's a lot of
So
yards.
you're saying we're focusing on the wrong tight end?
But I mean, the Chiefs
Ooh,
line up their
like that.
linebacker on tight ends pretty much all the time, and it's Nick Bolton, who's not notoriously great in coverage. And I feel like Debo might still be banged up a little bit from the Packers game. He didn't look amazing really in the Lions game. It was a lot of Kittle in that game also. I expect to see. I mean, it's two of the best tight ends in the game. Why not? Why not have a little tight end shootout? So I like it at those odds. I mean, it's 9-1.
Maybe he's feeling disrespected by all the Kelsey coverage and not enough Kittle coverage. I don't know.
Mhm.
He's telling Purdy to feed him the ball. I'm actually going to refute that statement that it was a lot of Kittle last game because Ryan was really sweating him getting 25 yards as the last
Yes.
leg of
I
some
thought
parlay.
in the fourth quarter he had like a really long catch for like 60.
Well, that's what he got. He got there at the end. Like I would like he was not there for like the entire game.
Yeah, he was.
He had no catches in the first half, and because I mean it ended up not hitting because the Lions didn't win anyway.
That's
But everything else hit before halftime for Ryan, except Kittle over 25 receiving yards. He was still at 0.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I like it at those odds.
Me too. Especially if they put linebackers should not be covering George Kittle.
No.
That's
Mhm.
just a matchup nightmare. I like
They can-
Kittle on
They
that.
can cover guys like Robert Tunyon or like Mercedes Lewis, but they
Yeah.
can't cover guys like Kittle and Kelsey and the more athletic type of tight end.
Njoku.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is at plus 110. I have two more like non-player ones, and then I'll get to my player ones. But at plus 110, Brock Purdy to have more pass attempts than Nikki Haley's vote percentage in the South Carolina Republican primaries. At plus 110.
But hold the phone. Are they allowed to vote for Trump there?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I like it.
Doesn't matter. Even if they're not, they'll vote no. They'll vote
Yeah,
other.
no candidate.
Yeah, but also they had a line for Brock Purdy plus Patrick Mahomes pass attempts to be greater than or less. You could vote yes or no to be higher than Trump's percentage in South Carolina as well.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for one other one. Oh, here it is. I got it. My next one, kind of slightly going against your fourth quarter lowest scoring, Dante. I couldn't find it again, so I don't know the odds. I think it was just over plus. The game to not end in a QB kneel. So like I said, I like this game to be close. I like it going till the end. So I will say not to end in a kneel. I think it was like maybe plus 116 off the top of my head, or just plus something. No, but it was a very low plus odds.
I don't like that.
I mean, that's probably my worst one, but I just thought,
No,
hey, I want to hope for a close game.
but if it's a close game, I mean, how many games have we
It could
seen
still
here?
end, yeah.
The team that's behind throws an interception with like 30 seconds left, and then the team has to take one knee. It's like you have to hope that the clock is at 0 while the team that's losing is trying to get into the end zone.
I think it has to line up again with the team that's trailing having the ball last. That's it's kind of 50-50. I like shortest touchdown scored over 1.5 is plus 125. So there has to be there would just have to be a 1-yard touchdown. I know with McCaffrey on the field, he seems to find his way into a lot of those, but I mean, if I could get plus odds on it, on there not being a 1-yard touchdown in the game, especially in a game that the more I think about it, the more I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I think there will be 4 touchdowns in this game. I just need none of them to be 1 yard.
Okay, my last non-player prop bet. I know I dabbled with Kittle there. Give me Team Rough to win the Puppy Bowl tomorrow.
Oh,
Hey.
Team
like
Rough
that.
is plus 110 and Team Fluff is minus 150. But you know what they say? Team Rough just got that dog in them.
I want to see who are some of the Puppy Bowl players. Like I need to know who are you betting on Puppy Bowl roster?
Now, let
You're
me
saying
pull up.
Team Rough.
Yeah. Puppy.
All right, we got Allison. Come on, where's the cool names?
Team Rough has Bark Purdy, the Chihuahua.
That's awesome.
Dude, Team Fluff has Cronut. He looks like a monster.
How does the Puppy Bowl even work?
They take toys into the end zone. That's the only goal.
Wait. I might have to change it to Team Fluff, even though they're minus 150, just because they have a dude named Harvey, and I love Harvey Specter.
Bro, you wait till you get to Cheeky Tinker. Dude is like cracked out on Team Fluff.
Dude, Team Rough has a guy named Guy Ferrari. These are awesome. Mr. Bean. Oh, yeah. They have
Eggs.
Team Fluff has Patrick Mabones.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
But Team Rough has Higgins.
Team Rough has
got-
Sweet. You're telling me that little dog ain't gonna do damage? Come on, that dog's scoring 4 tutties.
Oh, Team Rough has Jimmy Kibble. I'm going Team Fluff all the way. I'm not rooting for a guy with. Oh my God! But they also have a dog with wheels.
Who does? Team Fluff?
No, Team Rough.
Oh, that's why they're not favored.
Yo, Team Rough also has a dude named Small Ed.
Oh, Team Fluff has Josh Allenhound. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we
And
can
that's
get
us talk. That's us
Good.
talking Puppy Bowl.
corn dog.
They have a lot of
Dogs.
players now.
Bob Barker.
That's good. That's a good one.
Taylor Hurts.
Which one has the wheels?
It's Joey. I don't know. I think it was Team Rough. Okay. I went through the Puppy Bowl, guys. All right.
Okay.
Michael, to you.
All right. So my last non-player prop or game prop is first 49ers fan to be shown, or first 49ers fan to be shown of like a certain list. So it gave like a list of like 6 people. Let me see if I can find the people who are on the list. But I like two bets here. So I like Keegan-Michael Key at plus 250. I mean, he just hosted the NFL awards. I mean,
So he is a Niners fan?
he is a Niners fan.
Okay.
Trying to see if I can find the prop really quick.
Do they have like
got
the
it here.
Warriors on it?
No Warriors on it. So here's the list of the 2, 4, 6. There's 8 people on this list. So it's whichever of these 8 get shown first, not first 49ers fan in general. Keegan-Michael Key at plus 250. And then I like a sprinkle here on Dr. Disrespect at plus 350.
Oh,
I love Doctor.
Notorious Niners fan. I mean, he's the only one on this list that I knew was a Niners fan.
but that list is not updated because did you see that Anna Fry is going?
No, there's different.
She is. She got an NIL deal. Yeah, she got an NIL deal with some like power drink, and they flew her out to the Super Bowl and got her tickets.
I mean, it was only a matter of time, right? So the other ones on this list is Andy Samberg, Jeremy Renner, Dave Franco, Rob Schneider, Dana Carvey, or Aaron Paul. And I kind of like Aaron Paul at plus 800. Also, I mean, Breaking Bad is kind of bigger than anyone else on this list. But anyway, I like Dr. Disrespect at plus 350.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one. All right, I'm gonna kind of do 2 and 1 for this one because they're kind of the same. So it was kind of like these prop lines of player versus player that I really liked. So Mahomes minus a half passing touchdown over Purdy plus 140, and CMC minus a half rushing touchdown plus 145. I like both of them to have obviously CMC over Pacheco. Um, like if CMC gets one, I'm somewhat confident. Like maybe Pacheco doesn't get in. If he gets two, I'm really confident. And then Mahomes, it's kind of they work against each other. If CMC wins, then probably Purdy's not throwing a lot of passing touchdowns. If CMC wins, Patrick Mahomes probably has more passing touchdowns. Like it just works that way. So I like doing those two together. Um, so plus 140, plus 145.
Okay. I'm struggling to find the odds for this, but first Vegas landmark shown. I would like to know what the odds for the Sphere is because I know they're going to have something really cool. But I'd also like to know what the odds are because that and the Vegas sign are probably the two favorites. I'd like to know what the odds are for the Bellagio fountains. I feel like a lot of the games in Vegas would start off with that just because
It's
just a
minus
cool
125 for the Sphere.
What's the fountain?
I don't have it up actually. Oh, here it is. Minus 150 for the Sphere. The Bellagio fountains are third highest at plus 350.
Okay. I like plus 350 because it's gonna be either that, the Vegas sign, or the Sphere. So, and I honestly think it's not a complete toss up, but I think they should be probably closer than that. So I'll go with the one with the longest odds.
Like those are so hard because like when does that start? Because
Mhm.
like I said, I have the script. I know what's gonna happen. I picture them like before the game starts, showing
Okay,
the
so it's
sphere.
from kickoff to final whistle.
Then I like Bellagio. I like Bellagio. I like them to show the sphere before the game with like a Super Bowl ad, like zooming into like
I'm the
whatever
exact.
national anthem, whatever. Really? You think they're
I
gonna
think
start with
they
the
show the
Bellagio?
Bellagio fountains like in the intro, and it's like "Welcome to Super Bowl 50, whatever number it is," and it's like then you see the Bellagio fountains.
So you think it's gonna be like the first commercial cuts out and then they're showing like or like whenever they come back from commercial and it shows like the sponsors and it's zooming in on some kind of landmark and the skyline. I mean, what if there's both? Like I feel like I don't know. I feel
Well, I
like
was gonna say now knowing that, I almost like one of these long shots more because I think they're gonna touch on all those in the pregame.
the
Yep.
strip isn't that long. Like what like if they show an aerial view, does that count? You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was wondering too, because like I want to know like what the Eiffel Tower's odds are, because that's a
the
pretty
Eiffel Tower
famous
is the
one.
fourth highest at plus 400.
Okay, so that's not it's not that different
Mm-mm.
from the fountains. Yeah, I would take the fountains at 350 over the Eiffel Tower at 4.
All right, for my next one, back to players. So I like the Chiefs to score on the first drive, but I'm not betting that. I'm betting the first Chiefs drive touchdown scorer. Give me Isaiah Pacheco at plus 800.
Ooh,
Wow.
Pacheco's plus 800.
juicy.
Kelsey's plus 1,000. Rasheed Rice is plus 1,200. Um,
So that's just KC.
that's just Kansas City's first drive.
Oh, first drive. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
Pacheco plus 800 is what I like there.
Mhm.
Okay. Michael, to you.
All right. So my first okay, so my first non-celebrity, I guess, prop is gonna be uh Marquez Valdez Scantling over 18 and a half receiving yards. I really like him to hit that line. I believe it's already moved up to 20 and a half. I got it at 18 and a half, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I feel like after making that huge catch, like they showed a lot of faith in him. And I mean, honestly, I mean, he's option 3 there, right? In the passing game. I mean, who would we put over him in the passing game? Maybe, I mean, Sky Moore's not really healthy.
Noah
Dustin,
Gray.
I
I
mean,
probably would put Gray ahead of
Yeah.
Valdez
I was yeah, I think it's MDS. I have an MDS bet later.
So if Mahomes throws for 300 yards, I mean, I would assume 20 of them go to MVS.
MVS and Justin Watson have the same exact odds to catch a pass on the Chiefs' first drive, for what it's worth.
That's
Good to know.
interesting.
All right. My next one. I think this is my favorite one. Like that, I think is very easy, could happen. Any punt to end in a touchback plus 128.
Okay, I saw that one too.
Wait, what? Any punt?
Any punt to end in a touchback plus 128. That is
The
on
more I
FanDuel.
think about it, though, the more I don't love it.
You can also do it per team if you were interested. To do it for Tommy Townsend, it's plus 260. To do it for whatever the San Francisco's guy name, I'm not even going to try to butcher
Wishnowsky.
it. Yeah, is plus 320. Which
I'd
I
have to
kind of
see
like
how many
doing.
touchbacks each.
I kind of like doing San Francisco's more. Like I think Tommy Townsend's a better punter than maybe this guy.
No,
Really?
Wishnowski's like widely regarded to maybe as the best punter in the league for the last few years. I mean,
Utah legend, I think.
no, he's from
Oh,
Australia. Oh, maybe he went to college in Utah.
I meant college. But thanks for dropping that common knowledge on me.
All
Dante.
right, Dante,
All
what's your
right.
next one?
So I like the first kickoff not to be a touchback.
Mhm.
I like the first kickoff to get returned. I like opening kickoff of the Super Bowl, get some sparks going, maybe a little bit of Devin Hester action, opening kickoff for a touchdown. I don't think that's going to happen, but I like the first kickoff to be returned. It's plus 250 or 260, I think.
Okay, my next one. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire to catch a pass on the Chiefs' first drive. At plus 400. I feel like that's
I would have thought the odds would have been way
Yeah,
lower.
way higher.
what do you like.
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
higher. Yeah.
higher, I meant to say.
Yeah.
Plus
I don't-
400, that's it. I mean, how many drives does he catch a pass on at all, let alone the first drive?
Well, let me see how many catches he has this year.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? He catches a pass like about once every 4 drives. They have like 10 drives in a game. It's 2.5. It's probably
I
about as.
mean, this year he has 17 catches. I feel like that's
Oh,
not.
that's it?
But recently he's been like having 4, 3, 2, 2.
Has he
And
played in every game this year? I feel like I didn't really hear about
that's
him.
including 4 games where he had like 1 rush attempt.
I don't think he was.
Oh,
He didn't. Maybe he was hurt at the start of the year, but he wasn't playing it as much as well because McKinnon was getting most of it. Then McKinnon got hurt. He started playing a little bit more, and then since then he's been in the offense.
Yeah.
interesting.
All right. The next one that I like is Kyle Juszczyk over 4.5 rush plus receiving yards. I don't know. It's pretty low line. I think he gets a couple touches, maybe a catch or two. His toe tap catch was kind of unreal against the Lions, and maybe arguably the reason that they even won the game. I mean, one of the reasons, but I don't know. Again, like I just think the NFL is like a hype train. Like I just expect everything that NFL fans like don't really care about to come to fruition just because promoting the league, whatever. Like I just think like the ladies are gonna own the Super Bowl. He's gonna make some crazy play or score a touchdown, and they're gonna show his wife and promote her merch and just do something that makes everyone just go, ugh. And I imagine that being a lot of this Super Bowl.
All right, my next one. I have the total amount of touchdown yards to be under 73.5. Obviously that's even odds at minus 110 or about even.
I don't know. I
Um,
feel like MVS catches a nuke of a touchdown tomorrow.
he catches it.
He'll drop 2, but he'll catch the third one. Yes,
But
Eagles,
like
Eagles.
kind of going with Dante's point, like yes, I think it's gonna be a close game, or there's gonna be 5, 6 touchdowns. No, so like if there are four, even five, like I think you need a few 20 yarders to get there.
Sorry.
Um,
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with alternate receptions. Isaiah Pacheco to have 6+. It's plus 475. They've been dumping the ball off to him a ton lately. I think the Niners run defense is better than their pass defense. And I think they're gonna try to get the ball into Pacheco's hands regardless. So I think they'll be giving him a lot of dump offs. I feel like he's been getting a lot of 4 or 5 catch games lately. So I think plus 475 is kind of a steal. I know 6 is a lot, but I think he's got a good chance to get there.
For my next one, I just kind of touched on it. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, longest reception over 14.5 yards. They literally do not throw him short passes.
Mhm.
So if he has any catch, it's going to be longer than 15 yards. So I like that. It's minus 110 on Hard Rock.
All right, the next one that I like is a Prize Picks line. Actually, it's part of my Prize Picks, but Harrison Butker and Jake Moody over 1/2 48+ yard field goal made. I think those are so free. I mean, 48 like for kickers nowadays is like the only thing you're really competing with is idiot coaches that like to go for it on 4th and 4
Mhm.
from the 30 something yard line. I feel like that's your competition is the coach, not even the kicker.
No, Shanahan might, but I don't see Reed doing that.
Um, I'll say I have one that I didn't put, but I saw the odds, but I want to make sure no one else has it. So I'll go with my other ones first. Now I'm moving on to DraftKings. This is for, and I'm going to say two of them because I don't think anyone else would win it. Um, the the fastest recorded miles per hour of a player when they're holding the ball, Ayuk is plus 550 and Rasheed Rice is plus 550. They are third and fourth best odds behind the running backs. Like, yes, the running backs could be faster, but they'd have to get into open space. I like
Yeah.
Ayuk or Rice to catch one of these passes and be able to like run for a little bit after the catch, where they'll
Yeah,
have that speed already.
I really like Ayuk on that.
Mhm.
I like that too. My thing with betting that though is like I'd be really annoyed like where do you even find if you're hitting or not hitting like
Um, Probably that Amazon thing. They have the Amazon stats. I've never looked at their website, but
well, I mean, I know obviously, they'll find the data eventually, but it's like it's gonna be hard to like mid-game really be sweating it, like unless they show like, oh wow, like look how fast this guy got.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if you see like, oh, you got to catch, I'm pretty sure you can just go to that Amazon like web service, whatever, impact stats, whatever it's called, and they have like every play on there.
Mhm. All right, I'm gonna piggyback off Michael with the kickers and their yards. The over under for total kicking yards on field goals in this game is 121.5. I love the over on that because they're in a dome, or at least it's either closed roof or the weather conditions are really nice.
What you say it
So
was 122.5?
121.5. So basically, if there's 3 field goals, they have to average a little more than 40 yards per field
Mhm.
goal. If there's one that, like you said, is over 40.5, I think there'll be. I know, but both these guys can hit long ones. There's one 53, 54-yard field goal in this. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I even think there could be 4 or 5 field goals in this game too. So I like the over on that.
So my next one, I like first team to score wins game. Give me no at plus 140. I think the first drive, whoever it is, I think the 49ers will take the ball first. I'm just kind of spitballing here to kind of make it make sense with my Pacheco bet at plus 800 for their first drive to be a touchdown for him. But give me the 49ers to kick a field goal on their first drive and the Chiefs to go down and score their touchdown with Pacheco and the Chiefs to win. So the first team to score wins game no at plus 140.
I like that.
Right. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a punter situation here. I like Mitch Wishnowsky over 1.5 punts inside the 20. I think he's a really good punter. And I think
That's a good one.
I think the Chiefs defense has stoutly been underrated this year. I think that if anything, their defense is the reason they're here right now at all. I mean, they didn't score any points in the second half of the Ravens game. Their defense is the reason that they're even in this position right now. I think they'll get some stops, and I think Wishnowsky's a good kicker. So I like over 1.5 punts.
Yeah. All right, doing another like twofer. I just saw these on DraftKings, so I added them. CMC's first reception to be to the left side of the field, plus 135. George Kittle's first reception to be in the middle of the field, plus 295.
Wow, I like
So
that.
what does that encompass, like between the hashes?
So it's their first reception.
Right,
Their
but is
first
it like,
reception. Yeah, I guess middle would be between the hashes, I would assume, or because dude, I always picture like I've never seen. I don't remember like the last time I think of CMC going to the right or the middle to catch a pass. I always think of him on that like out like going like far back to the
yeah,
left
they love
side.
to motion him out to the left.
Then I feel like Kittle gets into the trenches in the middle more often. Maybe I kind of like Debo also there in the middle. I might have to see what Debo's is.
Mhm.
Those are my two first reception ones.
I really like the odds on that Kittle middle. All right, this is gonna be my last one that I have here. Rob Gronkowski will miss the kick again for the second year in a row. He's
I
not
think he's
making
been
it.
practicing, man. 25 is not that far, and he's an athlete, and I think he's been practicing.
I think also now they're giving the option for you to say no, just so everyone can hate on Gronk for him to make it, and then they don't have to give out as many bonus bets.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just think the script is way funnier if he misses it again.
Mhm.
John Cena told him he ain't making it, so he ain't making it.
All right, I have two more, so I'll hit this one and then I'll wrap around it after the next turn. Hard Rock gives this NFL quick picks section. The one I really like is Debo Samuel or Rashee Rice to record the most receiving yards in the first quarter. It's at plus 210. I feel like I like that. I feel like Debo will have like either a 30, 40-yard reception or Rashee Rice will have 25, 30, 35-yard reception. So I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. I like one of those quick picks, which I'll just make my next one. Both teams to record a first down on their first drive is minus 175, and I really like it. I think the Chiefs is practically a lock unless they throw a pick or something. I mean, they're impossible to stop when they're scripted. I mean, it's just not possible. And then the Niners, I don't know, a little more concerned about the Niners, but I think they're pretty explosive. And I don't know, I like minus 175 there for 2 first downs.
All right, my next one is one of their special bets that they have on DraftKings. Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, and CMC all to have over 1.5 receptions at plus 125. So basically the four on the Niners each to catch the ball twice at plus odds.
Wait, who is it? McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle?
And Kittle, yep, all have 2 catches.
In the
Plus
game?
225?
Plus 125.
120.
Whoa, Ryan, have you seen the big game specials on Hard Rock?
No, I haven't really been looking on Hard Rock.
So if you go up to the top and click the big game like fire thing at the top,
Oh, okay.
there are you can bet on NFL draft picks now on Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
That's been there.
they also have big game specials. Like remember the tight ends? It's like Kittle or Kelsey to record a 30+ yard reception Rush hour, which is Mahomes or Purdy to score a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, I looked through those. I mean,
McCaffrey. Any player other than McCaffrey scores the 49ers first touchdown. Like,
Ryan, I love that bet, by the way.
Mhm.
1.5 receptions for
Yeah.
ET1.
yeah, my brother may be getting a call. He may have to be searching the web for these bets for me.
Okay,
Um,
speaking of the draft bets, I saw a mock draft yesterday
Joe
that
Alt.
had the Bears taking Joe Alt first overall. He's plus 7,500 on here.
I
I
kind of
don't think that'll happen.
Marvin Harrison Jr. at a plus 1,000.
I love that if they because they're still saying Caleb Williams doesn't want to play for the Bears.
yeah, and why would you want
Caleb Williams also a bum.
And Caleb Williams to go second is plus 750.
So I mean, can I lay Marvin Harrison first, Caleb Williams second?
Well, my only worry is because like I've heard a lot of like the Bears will trade, even though it's just a 1-2, the Bears might trade their pick to the Commanders, and then the Commanders will snag them at 1.
I could see that way more than like
Yeah,
the Bears just taking a different player at first
Yeah.
overall.
like why would they not?
Yeah.
Like
Well, that'd be stupid
well-
if the Commanders know they're not taking Caleb Williams. Why the hell would they
but
trade?
then no, they're buying the draft pick so that the Bears don't trade it to someone else.
I guess.
That's why they would trade.
I guess.
Like the Commanders
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
that
get it
makes
from the Bears so that the Bears don't trade it to like the Patriots or the Giants or whoever other team wants Caleb Williams.
That's true.
Like yes, when I first heard that, I said, well, why? Yeah, just hope they don't pick him. But yes, they could trade him to another team.
Okay, yeah, back to
Yeah.
you.
right.
My last, I have two more. I like Brock Purdy under 1.5 passing touchdowns. I just think it's going to be the CMC show.
Speaking of the CMC show, so for him to score the first touchdown in the game, I think he's plus 325, which makes sense. Like he tends to always score the touchdown. But for him to score a touchdown in the first quarter, which protects you if Kansas City scores on their first drive. So the only way this would really lose if CMC still scores, if he scores outside of the first quarter, is plus 450. Why is it more juice for him to just score in the first quarter in general than to score the first touchdown in the game?
Yeah, I mean, unless there's not a touchdown in the first quarter.
That's what I'm saying. Like the only thing is you're really protecting yourself from if the Chiefs score on their first drive.
Yeah.
Or
But
even the Niners could score on their first drive and they get the ball back again. Maybe they score 2 touchdowns. Like I like that one. So and that one's on Hard Rock. That one's
I
plus
do like
150.
the odds on that. I like the odds on that for sure.
So, Dante, you're done.
Well, I'm done with the props, but I would like to say I like the under 47.5 in this game. I know we said before life's too short to bet the under, but I like these defenses a lot.
Okay, so my final
Sometimes.
thing, I'm taking an octopus to be recorded.
No.
No,
There it is. I was
Icky.
waiting on that.
Icky.
the
Player
odds are so
scores a
disgusting. on that.
touchdown and the 2-point conversion on the same drive.
The odds are so yucky on that. They're
No.
like it's like what plus 3,000.
No, it's plus 900.
Oh my god!
But Kelsey has done it. He's done it at least once or twice this season. I mean, it's
No shot.
I mean, I gotta do some research.
just-
But my last thing, put the house on Chiefs money line. That's the last thing I'll say about the bets.
My last one, I have one that I kind of like, one that I just want to bring up. MVS to have the longest catch in the game is plus 800. Which he actually, or no, because I think Rice probably, or not Richie Rice, Zay Flowers probably beat him last game. But just for him to have one of those bombs down the field and that be his one catch, I don't hate it for plus 800. And then for there to be a joint, for there to be a crossbar hit in the game is plus 450.
I mean, you're gonna bet that just
There
'cause
was
of
a
I
mine.
might.
octopus in last year's Super Bowl, by the way.
Yeah. And Moody does not like to kick them dead center. He's a very, because I wonder,
Just to live on the edge a little.
but then I don't think it counts as a doink. Yes, this is still low odds of happening. I don't think it technically counts as a doink if it hits the crossbar and then in. It has to be a doink that misses because one of the other odds is like or I guess there is no, it's doink or no doink.
And
I wonder
Michael,
if
Well,
There's been 188 octopuses since it started with 2-point conversions in 1994.
How many?
188,
That's like not a lot. What'd you say? 19 what?
94.
So
that's
it's
yeah, it's 6 a year.
Yeah,
been
that's
what,
about
30 years?
6 a year.
Yeah.
That's really not that bad.
That's terrible. There's 6 per year. Think about how many games there are in a year, and then think about they're giving you a 1 in 9 chance of it happening.
But it's happened 19 times in the last 2 seasons
That I mean, that's
because
that's
teams are going
relevant.
for 2 points more often.
That's relevant, but I raise you. I mean, how many games are there in a season? 272?
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
regular season, not even including playoffs. I just
I would,
think
I
for
would
them to
also
give you, I just think for them to give you 1 in 9 odds on that is just so shitty.
Yeah, but I mean
I would
that's
also like to stop just really quick to say I'm watching College Game Day. Someone just hit the half court shot to win
Oh,
$19,000.
Damn.
That's
and
crazy.
Dinwiddie signing with the Lakers, by the way, that's big.
yeah, I saw that. Before we end, I want to have because I've had this debate almost every day this week with my students. If Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, like we're saying, if he wins it right now, there's still a chance if he doesn't. But can he reach like Tom Brady's stats for Super Bowls,
Yes.
everything?
Yes.
They can't comprehend that. Like I'm saying, if he wins the Super Bowl, he's already beating Tom Brady's
I think if
pace.
he loses this Super Bowl, even like I would still say that there's a higher probability than not that by the end of his career, we're talking about him as being the GOAT as opposed to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But the thing that made Brady the GOAT is the fact that he was doing it. Like, well, how old was he when he won his last Super Bowl?
Yeah, like
40,
41.
yeah.
Yeah, he won a whole decade without winning a Super Bowl, and he still won 7 Super Bowls. He
Right,
still won more Super Bowls than any team.
but if Patrick Mahomes wins this year, he'll have 3 Super Bowl wins and what, 1 Super Bowl loss
In five
Yeah,
years.
in
In
5
5 years.
years.
But
I
that's the
mean,
same thing
yeah,
that
but
Brady
Brady, but
Brady
Brady
had the
did.
same thing.
Yeah, Brady won 3 and 4, and then that's when he went a decade without winning one.
Yeah, so if he just stays consistent and healthy, I mean, he could do it.
But like, how many got like
It's not easy,
is
but
Patrick Mahomes gonna last that long? Is Patrick Mahomes also gonna play till he's 40 to reach the
he takes a
stats
lot
that
more
Brady?
hits. He takes a lot more
Like,
hits. He runs the ball a little more.
oh, that's what I forgot. I couldn't find it. Roughing the passer to be called plus 220
At least once.
at least once.
What?
The way they dick
That's on
ride,
FanDuel.
I think it's going to be called like 3 times.
Yes, roughing the passer to be
Well,
called plus
hold on.
220.
Josh Flop isn't playing in this game, so I don't like the odds as much. But
Mahomes flops too. You remember the one they called against him or they called against the Packers when he was literally standing on, he was in the grass still in play, and the Packers guy hit him out of bounds, and they called roughing the passer.
in the Dolphins
no,
game, they
that's
called
true.
2 on him in one drive on
Yeah.
Yeah,
against
I 220 is crazy.
No, that's true. I just like shitting on Josh Allen for
in
flopping. But yeah,
in against either quarterback.
Roughing the passer to be called plus
Is that a
220.
FanDuel one?
It's a FanDuel line. I'll find it again. I'm telling you, FanDuel has the greatest lines for this game. I love them all. They're gonna
All
bankrupt
right.
me.
Well, God, that's so good. I like that a lot. But anyway, back to what you were saying. I mean, if Patrick Mahomes wins 6 Super Bowls, because what's Brady's number is 6, right? Or is it 5?
I think it's
That
Wait,
was-
what Super Bowls?
Yeah.
He's won 7.
7. Yeah.
He's won 7. Jesus.
He won all 6 of the Patriots, and then one with
Mhm.
the Bucks.
Yeah. I mean, Mahomes has a long way to go, but I do think like whether he wins or loses the Super Bowl, to say that like he can't achieve that status, I mean, it's gonna come down to longevity, not performance.
Mhm.
Because
It's also like they were also bringing up the argument where it was just like Tom Brady was leading these stats in the early thousands that are not even close to Mahomes stats, and that's just how the league was. Like the
Yeah.
leading like for passing touchdowns, for passing yards, like it just wasn't like fast paced offenses like it is now. And so like he'll probably break his stats, but is he better in comparison? It's going to be the Michael Jordan, LeBron James all over again. Now we're going to have Brady Mahomes.
I
Yeah,
really think it's going to be the same thing. I really think it's going to be the same argument.
but I think also like Tom Brady's defenses, and I know the Chiefs have a pretty good defense this year. I mean, you could argue again, said it before, that they're the reason that they're even here right now. But I feel like for maybe 4 or 5 of Tom Brady's Super Bowls, you could argue that the defense was the reason they were there. These past 2 Super Bowls that he's won have not had nothing to do with the defense. Absolutely nothing to do with the
Who,
defense.
Brady or Mahomes?
No, the last 2 Mahomes, like Mahomes' 2 Super Bowls have been the Mahomes show. I think this is the first year where you can actually question it and say, is the defense the reason that they're here, not Patrick Mahomes?
The defense is the reason they made the playoffs. As far as winning those playoff games, I'd say a lot of Mahomes, but the defense is what carried them to the postseason, I think. Because the offense was really underwhelming for a little while.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I'd say the only game that Patrick Mahomes went crazy was against the Bills. Like you said, he didn't score in the second half against the Ravens. No offense, did he really have to go crazy against the Dolphins? Like, um,
he did do good against the Dolphins, though. I mean, he
yeah,
did,
Yeah,
especially
he
in
had a
that
great
weather
game.
too. I mean, he had a great game against the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'll
But
say
no,
the
he didn't
Ravens
need
game.
to.
Yeah.
all right. Anything else for the Super Bowl?
I think that's it for
No,
me.
just
I think that wraps us
yeah,
up.
Chiefs money line.
just Mortal Lock Kelsey MVP for me. That's about all I have.
Mine is Chiefs money line.
I need CMC to win to keep my massive. Are any of your parlays still? I know Michael's lost. Are yours still?
Mine hasn't started. I need CMC's my first leg.
Okay.
Kelsey.
Okay. So
I
we'll
just
see.
think
So
like I just think if I'm thinking mortal locks, I'm thinking 49ers because they lost their last Super Bowl to the Chiefs and they've lost their last 2 Super Bowls that they've been to. So that kind
it's
of
Niners. It's Niners.
I do
I'm
think that
sorry.
I'm just not betting against Patrick Mahomes.
I don't
I will
blame
never
you.
bet for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think
All right.
we're
But
common
I'm
on it.
extremely biased.
We will see you next week with our Super Bowl recap, and we finally get to talk about other sports.
Peyton, give us the outro.
Let's keep it twisted, baby.